Good morning, everyone. It's literally morning and I'm pretty tired, but I wanted to make this video so I can share with you my thoughts on the Phillip Lim Mini Pashli. If it's something that's a bag you're interested in getting, or you're just wanting some more thoughts or comments on, then that's what this is for, and I hope that this will be helpful. And the waking up at 5 a.m. to get ready for this video will all have been worth it. And sorry if I'm whispering, people are still asleep, so I kind of need to be quiet. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned for the video. So let's take a look at the bag. This is the 3.1 Phillip Lim Mini Pashli, and again, as I said, I wanted to share this video because I'm actually going to be selling it today, and so I'm waking up so early to film, and yeah, I just wanted to share my parting thoughts on it. So first, let's start off with the features of the bag. So here you can see it's about the size of my hand. I don't have the measurements on me, sorry, but you can easily find these online, but it's roughly the size of my full hand, and it's got a clasp at the top, so you can undo the clasp and then the handles open like that. So if you want to keep the handles out of the way, to keep them from flopping, you can secure them like this. Otherwise you can just leave it like this for easier access. And then the bag opens with this, I think it's called an S-lock. Gucci does a similar thing with their Dionysus style bag. So you just push the two little dots here together like that, and then it opens. And so inside the bag is really simple. I don't know how much you can see because it's black and it's really dark in here, but it's just basically a big empty pocket, and then you've got one smaller zip pocket here. Can't really fit much because it's really thin, and doesn't really expand much, so maybe if you want to put like a card holder or some cards or like receipts or whatever, that would be the spot for that. But it has like a nice long pull tab. I really like that because it makes it easy to grab and reach around for. Other than that, that's more or less the bag. One more thing you can do is you can pull down these zippers and expand the size, so you've got kind of a Celine luggage tote look going on, and you can do it on the other side too, but I'm not going to do that because that was kind of hard. Normally it's not this tough, but I think I'm just struggling because I'm doing it with one hand and in reverse. So yeah, and they've also got these like big long pull tabs on it, so it's easy to do. Here's the back of the bag, nothing too interesting. Same at the bottom and the sides. So it does come with a crossbody strap, and I'm 5.5, so for me it sits at a comfortable length, but it is adjustable, so there are holes. You can make it shorter or longer as you need for your height, and then you can always remove the crossbody strap if you want. It's just a lobster clasp. So let's chat about why I got the bag in the first place. So I wanted this bag originally because I saw it on Melissa Saldera and I love her, but I didn't just like fall into the hype or the peer pressure, you know. It was because I liked that it was kind of a cheaper designer bag. Don't get me wrong, it's still a very expensive bag by comparison, but it's cheaper than some of the other bags I have, so if I wanted to have something more casual to go around with, that was my goal of purchasing this. It's also because it's very sturdy. The leather is very strong, and the bag itself is pretty structured and won't collapse easily like some other bags. So I wanted it to be something that would be kind of a rough and tumble bag that I could take on vacation, or just like casually, grocery store, errands, whatever the case may be. That was really the reason why I originally bought it. I ended up buying it from eBay. I didn't buy it retail for a couple of reasons. I saw that there were a number of versions on eBay, so there were tons of resales available. I felt comfortable authenticating, and I didn't want to pay retail price. So I purchased this bag a year ago, and the current price for the bag is $850 Canadian. When I was looking online, I saw you can get them for around $600, and you could find them for a little bit cheaper than that as well, sometimes down to $300 if you wanted to, if you were willing to take a cut in like the quality of the pre-owned item. But otherwise, $850 I felt was just too much for this kind of bag, and at the time I wasn't I wasn't quite 100% convinced I wanted it. I just kind of wanted to try it out, see how it was for a while. So for me, I knew that the resale market would be the best option. So now let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of this bag. Number one is that this is definitely a cheaper price point designer bag. So as I mentioned, this bag was retails for $850, which any designer bag that's less than $1,000 is going to be, by comparison, is going to be a pretty good deal. So if you're looking for something, that you can kind of throw around without too much worry, your heart's not going to bleed if you get a scratch or something on it, this is probably a good option for you. And this bag lives up to that expectation 100%. Con number two is that it's sturdy and it doesn't get scratches easily. So this leather is very, very tough. Like, it's very, I don't know what the word is. I want to say like corrugated. No, it's not corrugated. But I don't know. It's grainy, but it's really tough. Like, I'm kind of running my nails lightly over this, and you're not going to see any signs of wear, right? Right, you're not going to see any signs of wear. So it's not going to scratch that easily. The structure of the bag is pretty, it's pretty strong, so just some banging around isn't going to make it flatten that easily. Where you are going to see some kind of saggage or signs of wear is in the handles. Maybe that's why they have this little clasp to hold things in place, but you'll see this kind of droop over time. Like, these handles will droop. They lose their strength, or they lose their firmness. And so when you see probably some older versions of this bag, or some older, it's not versions, anyway, you see some pre-owned, they're not copies either, I don't know, when you see pre-owned bags of this model, you'll see like some of them will be kind of saggy in the handles. Next pro is that it is versatile, so you can wear this, again, you can wear it casually, you can wear it a little bit more dressed up, because you can carry it like this without the straps, or you can put the crossbody straps on. There's just a couple ways to carry it, so really it's up to you however you want to wear it. And it's nice that it can transition from day to night because it's small enough to do so, but big enough to do so at the same time. And the last pro I have is that it is a Celine luggage look-alike or similar. Again, so it's got the, if you undo the tabs here, then it looks very much like a Phantom or a luggage in a way. And yeah, if that's the look you're going for, but Celine is out of your budget, or you just don't want to spend that much on a Celine bag, because trust me, it's ridiculous, then this is a good option. And it's a good kind of casual option that you can go for instead. You can get this in silver as well. The hardware does come in silver too. So con number one is that this is heavy, and this is one of the main reasons why I am selling it. And you know, when I pick it up, it's not like it's heavy. It's a small bag, but it's pretty sizable for its size. It's pretty like weighty for its size. And I wanted a travel bag that would be more lightweight. I guess by comparison, like my current travel bag is a Coach swing pack, and it's very like light material. Like the material itself isn't heavy. It's just like a soft Saffiano leather, and there's almost no weight to it. And I could easily crush it, smush it, and it would just pop back in shape. This will not do that. This has to stay. Like, it has to occupy its own space, and it didn't work for me because I like to be really compact when I travel. Con number two, and this is me more being picky than anything, if this doesn't bother you, it's not going to be a con for you, but it's got this weird extra, is it here? Yeah. It's got this weird extra strap length that you kind of don't know what to do with. Where is it? Here. So this, if you don't put it on, even if you do put it on the longest setting, I feel like there's this weird strap that just kind of hangs out. So if you don't put it on the longest strap length, even if you do, there's still this part that kind of sticks out, this like leather tab, and I wish they had a place to put it. I just end up tucking it in here in this little strap bracket thing, but it doesn't always stay very well, so it ends up like popping out and then it's just weird hanging out around the bag. Con number 3 are plate scratches. So this bag is generally very sturdy, but this section where you've got the plate, the gold plate, scratches very easily. So when I was buying this, if you look at the pre-owned market, you will see a number of them, unfortunately, that have a lot of scratches up in this area. And mainly that's from people closing the bag and maybe pressing too hard to try and close it, and then it scratches the plate. It's fairly common, unfortunately, because this does scratch very easily. I looked for a model specifically that did not have any scratches, and I was lucky to find this one. But yeah, just something to be aware of, even if you own the bag. Don't push down too hard, because you definitely will scratch the gold plating. And the last con I want to share is its poor resale value. So like I said, this bag retails for $850 Canadian, but when you look online at the pre-owned models, you probably see people selling them for around $400. That's the approximate price that I saw when I looked most recently. So that's around half the value of the bag. You're never going to get it for the same price you purchased it for retail. So if you're unsure about this bag, I highly suggest looking at the resale market. As I mentioned, there are ones that will show signs of age, but if you're patient and you're not in a rush, and you can find good quality pre-owned versions of this bag, and I would highly recommend going resale market with this rather than retail, unless you truly want like a pristine version of this bag and you know you're going to treasure it forever. For me, it was a bit of I knew I was going to bang it around anyway, so I just didn't want to spend that money on it. So now let's talk about what fits in the bag. So this is your standard bag. I don't carry a lot with me, so for me this sort of style is what I tend to gravitate to, this sort of mini bag, this size of mini bag. And I have pretty standard stuff that I carry with me anyway, and I try to fit these things in most bags that I own. So of course we have my iPhone 6s Plus models. This is obviously the bigger version, and it totally fits with tons of space to spare. Then I have my LV Clay that totally fits. I've got my Chanel coin purse wallet. I don't know what the official name for this is, but anyway, I dump this in and it totally fits. By the way, I can also stand my iPhone up, like upright, like vertical, and it's totally okay. My work phone, can shove that in, and then a LV pochette accessoire, and I can fit that in too. Okay, so it does take a little bit of Tetris, but everything fits there comfortably. I can easily close it. Okay, maybe not so easily. Okay, so I can easily close it. There we go. But even holding it like this now, it's pretty heavy with everything inside. Something I don't experience with other bags of a similar size. I don't know why, but it's pretty heavy with everything inside. Yeah, so that's how it is, and I can do up the strap if I want to. So now the question you're asking is, why am I selling this bag? I've kind of littered the reasons throughout this video so far, but reason number one is it just didn't meet my needs. So again, I was looking for something that would be comfortable to throw around, comfortable to wear, and wouldn't be too expensive. This definitely meets the bill. It's sturdy, it's not too pricey a bag, but it was too sturdy in a way, like because the fact I can't collapse it, because it is pretty heavy, this just didn't meet the bill as a travel bag for me. I want something that's more collapsible, and something that is ultimately hold less weight in itself. I want it to be like the weight to come from the items and not the bag itself. So for me, this bag is sadly not working out, and so I found a buyer through eBay who I will be shipping this to today. So yeah, I hope this review was helpful for you, whether it helps you decide whether you want to purchase the bag or not, or if you just were watching for fun. I hope you were entertained. Yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.